by students and the Association of Sudanese Professionals, the date of 19th December 2018 marked the beginning of the revolution in Sudan after the announcement on the increase of the price of bread. 6 months later, Gabon 24 looks back on the situation in that country. Burkina Faso's President Roch Marc Christian Kabore last Saturday in Sandogo, village of Boussé municipality in the province of Kouérego, laid the foundation stone marking the official launch of the construction of 100 new schools in 5 regions of the country. As a result of a very good sports season, the Gabonese international footballer Denis Bouanga, who plays in the first French division in Nîmes Olympique, is quoted by several clubs in France who only dream of having him join their different teams. These are our top stories. Stay tuned for more details in this newscast. December 19th, 2018, when President al-Bashir announced the rise in the price of bread, thousands of demonstrators stormed the street to protest the situation considered catastrophic. The price of bread had almost tripled. As a result of the demonstrations in the streets of Khartoum, 49 people were reported dead and several others arrested. On January 1st, 2019, there were about 20 political parties to demand a change of regime after a new increase in drug prices. This time around, Omar el-Bashir decided to dismiss his Minister of Health. A few days later, the protests spread to Darfur, a region of Western Sudan, and to the rest of the country. On January 14th, Omar el-Bashir stood firm and remained in power despite the pressure from the street, which did not bring the change expected by protesters. The week after, a new march took place towards the presidential palace, but dispersed by the police with several arrests. Decreeing the state of emergency on February 22nd, el-Bashir sacked his government. A new prime minister was appointed and sworn in, but still the demonstrators did not let go of the protest and still demanded the departure of the president, who at the same time handed the leadership of the National Congress Party over to Ahmed Haroun. April 6th, the protest had a clear upsurge and was found in front of the army headquarters in Khartoum. Protesters requested intervention of the military to bring el-Bashir down, but nearly 2,500 protesters were arrested in one day. After 4 days of demonstrations, 11 people, including 6 members of the security forces, were killed. On Thursday, April 11th, the situation remained unclear. National television interrupted its program to broadcast patriotic and military songs until the announcement of the arrest of President Omar el-Bashir. 2 months following the dismissal of the president, protesters and army tried in vain to find a consensus, sometimes after renewed violence and barricades in the city and even the observation of days of civil disobedience. On his side, for the first time since he was kept in prison, the president appeared before the judge and was charged with possession of foreign currency, corruption, receiving gifts illegally, and transferred this Sunday to the prosecutor's office in charge of corruption cases in Khartoum. Since his arrest, there have been a little over 100 deaths and the price of bread has not yet fallen. Hundred school complexes, each comprising 3 classrooms, an office, a store incorporating 300 latrine blocks, 100 boreholes equipped with furniture and powered by solar energy at a cost of 5.8 billion of CFA francs. This is the gift that the People's Republic of China offers to Burkina Faso 1 year after the resumption of friendship and cooperation between the two countries. This will make it possible to put an end to under-straw hut classes in the Central Western, Northern, Highlands, Mohun and Central Plateau regions. For Jian Li, ambassador of China in Burkina Faso, the resumption of relationships between Ouagadougou and Beijing is a decision of reason that adapts not only to historical trends but also meets the expectations and aspirations of the people of Burkina Faso. After expressing his gratitude to the People's Republic of China for the renewal of bilateral cooperation, Burkina head of state said the construction of 100 schools is the result of the new cooperation. Denis Bouanga of the Panther of Gabon, under contract until June 2021, would arouse the strong and concrete interest of 2 clubs of French First League, according to our colleagues of Ten Sport, Saint-Etienne and Rennes, would have positioned themselves to recruit the former Lorient player. The Gabonese international, recruited for €5 million, has been an indisputable holder of the good season of Nîmes Football Club. He scored 8 goals and 2 assists in 35 games. His price is now estimated at €10 million. The player would like to leave the guard this summer, and Nîmes Olympique would not be against giving up for a sum of about €10 million. However, the Gabonese intends to do something for the rest of his career and intends to join a club that is among the top ones by next year. If clubs such as Nice and Olympique Lyonnais seem interested, it is mainly Stade Rennais and AS Saint-Etienne who push for the transfer of the winger of 24 years. The 10 Sport even states that the Breton club is in pole position on this case. Despite offers from abroad, the former player of Lorient prefers to pursue his career in France next year. In Madagascar, for the 8th edition of the International Tourism Fair, the ITM 2019, the organizers had prepared a large event with an exhibition space up to 30,000 square meters against 15,000 for the previous edition. With the primary aim of developing Madagascar's tourism, the International Tourism Fair Madagascar 2019, supported by a detailed program of the government, will focus on new prospects for the development of the tourism sector. It will highlight the great tourism potential of the Big Highland through its exceptional natural heritage, its rich and diverse culture. This change of site implies the increase of the number of exhibitors and will allow a massive participation of operators coming from other regions, a discovery of offers and services within the reach of all communities, but also the provision of a large space favoring B2B meetings. The ITM show has progressively become a meeting point in the planning of major events of the Vanilla Highlands. This 10th edition will be a new opportunity for meetings between tourism professionals and opportunity to exchange with their potential customers in one place. Led by students and the Association of Sudanese Professionals, the date of 19th December 2018 marked the beginning of the revolution in Sudan after the announcement on the increase of the price of bread. 6 months later, G24 looks back on the situation in that country. Burkina Faso's President Marc Christian Kabore last Saturday in Sandogo, village of Boussé municipality in the province of Kouérego, laid the foundation stone marking the official launch of the construction of 100 new schools in 5 regions of the country. As a result of a very good sports season, the Gabonese international footballer Denis Bouanga, who plays in the first French division in Nîmes Olympique, is courted by several clubs in France who only dream of having him join their different teams. That's all for our newscast today. Stay tuned on G24 for more news.